What is good, everybody? Welcome to the first ever Half Size Up podcast. We are a weekly podcast for sneaker news, UK releases, global sneaker trends, and all things in between. I go by the name of Mo. You might know me as Merkle Mo Man on Instagram. I'm a sneaker videographer. I take on-foot sneaker shots alongside sneaker B-roll. I'm also on YouTube, so please sub to me because I'm not getting enough love. Ash, I'll pass it on to you.
What's good, guys? My name's Ash, aka Ash Bash Sneakers on the socials. Like my guy Mo, I'm also a YouTuber. I do sneaker reviews on foot and also see myself as an amateur photographer. Well into my sneaker photos that you can see on my Instagram page. Also, a fan of way too many sneaker brands, so I buy a lot of shoes. Anywho, pass them to my boy Dean.
Yo, it's Dean. You know me as Dean still. I'll keep it short and sweet. Big fan of Jordans. You know, on my Instagram, you see I take a lot of pictures. Not quite on the level as Ash and Mo, but I enjoy it. So, yeah.
Yeah, so here at Half Size Up, we are a collective and we're all well versed within the sneaker realm and we all share the same passion. We thought we'd just come together, share our thoughts, chop it up, and catch some sneaker vibes. So, boys, let's dive into our first segment. We're going to kick off our first podcast segment with something called Favorite Shoe You Wore This Week.
I love it.
Creative, right? In this segment, we talk about our most favorite shoe that we wore this week, and I'm going to start with your boy Dean.
Okay, so to be honest with you, I've not worn a lot of shoes this week.
I hear you.
Obviously, last week working from home and, yeah, I mean, I got the Vast Grey Dunks, the high ones. I wore
Hey,
those straight away. Those are really nice, man. But, the people saying that the quality is terrible, they're not wrong. It's like a sort of like synthetic, like it doesn't feel like leather at all or any sort of leather is in there, but they look great. So I'm going to give it to them.
that's a big from Dean then. Ash,
Like my boy Dean, and due to quarantine and stuff, I've not been out that much and got to wear shoes. But I did go out a couple of days ago with the wifey, and I was rocking the Nike rubber dunks, the off-white collaboration, the green stripe colorway. Very fire. Very few people you see rocking it in the UK, anyways, because it was I think it was US exclusive, so it was nice rocking those. And surprisingly, one of the most comfortable dunks that I've ever worn, to be honest. Not like Dean's ones with synthetic leather. This has got all sorts of weird materials on it, but somehow this shoe works. What about you, Mo?
yeah, that was fire, and I actually saw that on your story as well. I was well jealous. For me, I mean, I'm gonna be straight up with it. I literally went outside, took some on foot sneaker shots with the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement 3.
Fire.
Literally, I mean, I can't fault that shoe enough. That shoe for me is just so iconic. Like I think we all have a story, about the Air Jordan 3. Even if you don't have it, even if you do have it, there's something about it that just reminds you, of that like moment in time when it dropped. And yeah, for me, just so iconic, the elephant print, and also I just posted that on my Instagram today. So
Fire.
hopefully, by the time this comes out, you'll already see that on the Instagram. So, but yeah, man, all dope shoes. Up next, we have sneaker news of the week, and actually, I wouldn't really say it's this week's sneaker news, but it's still quite big news. Virgil Abloh's Icons book, in conjunction with the 20 that he's going to be releasing. Ash, I'm going to throw this out to you first. I mean, just give me a super first honest take on what you think of this book.
Honestly, I haven't obviously seen it because I don't have it. But I saw one of my people that I follow online on YouTube posted a little quick review of it, and it looks pretty cool. It's got like a background of how it came up with the 10 and whatnot. It's cool. Looks high quality. One of those ones that's nice to have on the coffee table. But I think the price was mad high, so it wasn't something that I would personally buy. I'm sure people are reselling it and whatnot. But a cool idea, some nice little fancy pants stuff from Virgil is what it is, you know.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Dean, what are you saying about them?
Um, to be honest with you, man, I didn't. I had a look at it. I saw some of the news about it, and the extended collection. There's going to be pairs in there that obviously are interesting to people, and people are going to go crazy for any sort of Jordan that he does. But I don't know. For me personally, it wasn't that interesting. I just saw that the book was green on the outside, and that I swear to God, I didn't even pay it much more mind than that. Not that I don't have appreciation for his work, but it's just not a great interest to me at this point.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, man. I mean, for me, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago, but they did a Q&A on the sneakers app where there was four of
Yeah.
them. I'll be honest, like I always feel like Virgil goes off on a tangent when he's
Over
trying to
my head.
yeah, it's well over my head. For me, I always want to hear the straight up what the technicalities, what's the story behind it,
Yeah.
what material they use. I don't want to hear about like how it makes you feel like going to the moon and back, and it plays on his childhood and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, everyone's got a story about the sneaker, but I much prefer the technicalities of it. What tech was used in it, what was the inspiration, for me, yeah, again, I'd agree with Dean here, where it wasn't that appealing to me. I suppose you can say that might be the hype beast within us all, where we just like the sneakers,
Yep.
and like we're not sure if we like the dude himself. So
There is one thing though. I heard someone talking about one of his previous books, and it does sound like the actual books are pretty cool. Like they were saying something about each page or a couple pages were made out of all different materials and whatnot. So
oh wow,
it's not just like a
okay.
standard book. There is something to it, but still, I'm not paying. I think it was like £60 or something like that. I'm not paying that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
I'm
Okay,
okay.
yeah, that's nuts.
I'm okay.
Cool, cool. I mean, yeah,
Do you know what though?
none of
I think whatever Virgil does,
skull.
especially at this point in the sneaker culture where there's such a kind of like mass appeal,
Yep.
um, with the Jordan 4 coming out and like coming off for a grand straight away.
Jesus.
I think whatever is coming when it does come is good. Obviously, it's just going to be mass hype again. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
that
see.
black pair of fours that's coming out is going to be
Yeah.
heartbreak for a lot.
Yeah, I'm ready bracing myself for the
Nah.
pain.
I mean, yeah, it's whatever whatever he puts out is just absolutely nuts. People go nuts for it. The book itself,
Yeah.
I think it will make great coffee table. Uh, for,
One for the diehards, isn't it? One for the diehards.
yeah,
Yeah,
The
yeah.
white crew.
Yeah, it will go nice on your coffee table, Mo, with your
yeah.
collection there,
I
Definitely
mean,
the hype
it's
stuff
like green though, isn't it?
next to the Supreme ashtray and the
and the brick.
Such a balance, man. Yeah. Cool, cool. I appreciate all your input on that one. That was dope. Our next segment here at Half Size Up. Um, this is this part of the podcast where we give you, the listener, a chance to absolutely ask anything that's going on within the sneaker realm. And for our first ever HSU question time, comes from your boy JPEG 1200, Mr. Justin Pettigrew, and he asks, "What has been your best and worst sneaker experience, and why?" I'm gonna start this off. Um, and I'm actually going to say the best sneaker experience, probably personally for me, is the Offspring HQ Super Saturday. Because for me, I had the opportunity of filming the whole day, the queue that wrapped around the whole of Selfridges. Absolutely nuts. I mean, I've never seen so many people queue up for one sneaker, and just it was such a crazy day. I got to film everything. It was actually the same day as the drop for the Sakai waffle as well.
Yeah, the OG, both colorways.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And to see that many people come out Super Saturday, for me, that was one of my best experiences personally. Just I know it was really like it was quite grueling for people to queue, but for me, I got a chance to like walk up and down the queue, um, to film everything and make sure that I got the best shots of it. Everyone was wearing some absolute heat because I don't know if you remember, but if you were picking up the Jordan, the Travis Scott one, you had to wear some Jordans, and I was just seeing so many different pairs, so many custom pairs as well, and it was just yeah, what a day for
Yeah,
me personally.
I saw a
Um,
couple guys wearing some hyper royal blues, so that must have been like the jackpot for them, man. That's a big step up right there.
Big time.
Absolutely nuts. I mean, yeah, for my worst sneaker experience, I'm gonna keep this one short, but um, LA to Chicago, me and Dean's share a story about
Oh
that,
boy.
but that's gonna be for another time, I think.
Yeah.
I'll let that one. I'll let that.
I
Um,
don't know if that one's ever safe to touch the airwaves. To
I
be
leave
honest.
that out.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. But maybe one day, maybe one day. Ash, I'm gonna throw it out to you. Best and worst sneaker experience and why?
Okay, both of them are going to be pickup stories. The first one, which was a positive, was in general, even like back in the day, I wasn't really one for getting the old deck chair out and camping overnight and whatnot. I got work, I ain't up for it, never been up for it that much. But it was a pair of Sauconys coming out. It was a Saucony Times Premiere Life on Mars, I think they were called, coming out of Foot Patrol, and they're releasing at like 10 o'clock or whatever. So I thought, let me go and be first in queue, and I get there at like 7, and there was like 20 people ahead of me. So I was thinking, okay, this is not what I was expecting. I thought there would be less people, but people are more keen than I thought. I get there, I was chatting to the two guys in front of me. They were pretty safe dudes. Then it gets to the end of the queue, and it's my turn to go in, and they're like, yeah, all the prizes are sold out, basically. But luckily, the guy that was in front of me, who I'd been chatting to, he was
Yeah.
cool. And the last size was a 10 and a half, and he was like some size 6 or something like that. So he was like, what size are you, mate? And I said 10, 10 and a half. And he was like, come, you can take it. So that was proper safe. Yeah,
Guy.
he could have taken it, did a size swap or whatnot. He actually gave it to me. So that was proper safe. Then
If only there was more
yeah.
people.
Oh, sorry?
If only there was more people like this,
I
man.
know, man. Super rare. There's
Serious.
actually two pairs coming out. There's like a red pair and a red and black. I wanted a red and black pair more, but I got the red pair. So as I was leaving, I wasn't sulking, but I was a little bit upset. And then some dude goes, "Oh, which one did you get?" And I said, "Oh, just the red one." He goes, "I heard there's a pop-up shop down Covent Garden." And I was like, "Really?" Go down
Yo.
Covent Garden, look on the shelf, and they've got the red and black pair in my size, the last one there. So I ended up getting both pairs in the same day. So it was just like proper sick. I wasn't expecting that at all. So that was
Do you know what? Sometimes luck is just on your side like that on the day. Like it's just on your
didn't
side.
see that happening. And the worst, oh man, I think I probably told you guys before at SNS, they were releasing the A6 homage pack, which is
Jeez.
my favorite shoes, and I was like super gassed to get there. So I went there proper early this time. Like I was there super early in the morning, and you know Jojo the beatmaker, he was actually there in the queue. That's the
Yeah,
first time I actually met him.
yeah.
He was ahead of me in the queue.
Shout
And
out
every
Jojo.
night, there's literally only me, some girl, and him. So I'm like, I'm definitely getting a pair. Then like 2 hours later, some dude shop and they're like, "Yeah, we've been waiting in the car, just so you know, we're in the queue." And I'm like, that doesn't mean
Yeah,
nothing to me. We've been waiting outside. You're not in the queue, but whatever. So it turns out that the guy comes in at 10 o'clock, opens the door. We're queuing to the left of the door. The guy says, "Yeah, can you guys queue on the right?" Now suddenly, all these other people have now gone in front of all of us.
this ain't.
Ended up
No,
in the
no,
queue.
no.
And I'm like, nah, what's going on here? But everyone knew each other, so it was like there was no way of pushing in. I'm not fighting everybody. In the end, didn't even get a pair at all.
No.
So I was up early morning,
Damn.
ended up with a big L, and I was just,
I'm slapping people.
I really wanted to, but be by myself. I don't know anyone else. It was this peak for me, man. Awful night. Well, what are you gonna do?
Dean,
I got them eventually, so all good.
That's all that matters, isn't it? You
Yeah.
got them in the end.
for real, for real. Dean, I'll go to you.
For me, if we go best experience, probably have to like do a throwback when I think I was about 13, and we went to Toronto to see some family.
Jeez, 13-year-old
Yeah,
D.
and I went to the Foot Locker there, and I was able to get some Jordans. And I'm looking back now, and I think they might have been KOs. I'm not sure, but they were like the red and black color. They might have been. I don't know what they were because I was too young to remember, but I know that they were much more affordable there. So she
They're
got me
coming back,
two.
man.
She got me two actually. So. Yeah, that was definitely that was probably like the moment that set it off for me. So I'll give it to that one as best moment. Worst
Sweet.
worst moment. Do you know what? I've not had too many, and I get used to losing on raffles and missing out. But winning the Travis Lowe's on sneakers when I never win on sneakers, it's well documented. I never win like everyone else, but like it's even worse for me. But I won it, and then NatWest, my bank, must have declined it for fraud. Even they were so shook up by me.
Oh, oh no.
They were so shook up by me winning through sneakers. They thought
Error.
it was an error, and
Like, what's he doing on there?
yeah, so the sale got cancelled. And do you know what?
Bro, I
It's
actually
just
remember
it just winds me up still, even now if I think about it, innit? So
you.
yeah,
Like,
that
remember,
one's gonna be number one for me.
remember this morning because I woke up at like I think it was like 10 to 8. Ash messaged me actually and said, "Bro, Travis Scott Low launching in like 10 minutes." And everyone was scrambling. I had to call my missus and say, "Get on this now." And then um she said to me, "Oh, what did you get?" I was like, "I got L." She goes, "Oh, I got a W." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Damn.
Yeah. And then Dean messaged me. He was like, "Yes, I got them as well." And then it was just like, it was like, I don't know what it was, ticking time bomb. It was like 10, 15 minutes later, Dean messaged me and was like, "Bro, keep checking if you still got it. So many people's orders have been declined or like it got revoked or it got this and that." And I was like S in my pants, man. I was just like, I was like,
I wouldn't have
please.
checked. I'd rather not know.
Yeah, I was just like, this is not, if please do not let this happen,
You
man.
know what? I don't even like them that much in it, and it just pissed me off. It just pissed me off. I was like, I
Principle.
spoke I spoke to NatWest, and they gave me some sort of discount. I won't get into how much. It,
Oh,
was,
is
it
it?
wasn't great. It was
That's
like a percentage back, but
Oh,
dark days, dark
I
days.
mean, I love it. I love it that we've got like these stories behind these sneakers, man. And it's a great question, man. So massive shout out to JPEG 1200,
yeah,
Mr.
sure, Justin.
Agree, man.
Man like Justin,
Man like Justin, who's in
man
the
like
DM.
JQ.
Yeah. Yeah, so shout out to him. But yeah, guys, don't forget to keep an eye on the stories. Myself, Ash, and Dean, we're going to be posting out Ask Me question. And obviously, if you get involved, you could be the next person who gets to feature on the Half Size Up podcast.
And we're
So,
starting up IG as well, remember?
yeah.
Size Up Pod.
Follow us on Instagram, Half Size Up Pod.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going to be chucking those questions out. So maybe you'll be the next person to feature on Question Time. So, guys, on to the next part of Half Size Up. We have Cop of the Week.
You're killing me, bro.
I don't think this will ever get over.
oh
I'm gonna have to
man.
switch it up. I'm gonna have to switch.
uh,
In this segment, we discuss what sneakers we copped or wanted to cop this week. And I am going to start with. I'm going to start with Ash.
Yeah, so there's not normally in January. It's always a month where I don't tend to cop that much in general. It always seems to be not that many things that I wanted, and there hasn't been so far that many things that I wanted. There's been loads of dunks that I was kind of interested in, but not super upset if I missed out on them. Whatever. I have tried for most, to be fair. and I took an L on all of them except my lovely girlfriend. Shout out Kay, Kicks K likes. She copped me the black and white Dunk Lows,
Big.
and yeah, super gassed about it. I didn't see that coming at all. I went to text her in the morning to say, "Can you do it for me?" She didn't reply, and I was going to call her. Then I thought maybe she's asleep, so I thought let me just allow it. Then I get a text 8 minutes later saying, "Yeah, I won." I was like, "You're the best." So yeah, that's the bit I got this week. Just literally filmed the review for it today, which I hopefully will be up in the next couple of days.
Hey,
Not a bad
excited.
pair. Materials, as Dean was saying, with the Vas Greys, materials are not the best in the world. Like
Yeah.
crease here and there, but the colorway is fire. And you guys know I wanted those ambush dunks in black and white, so this is going to be a cheaper substitute for now, you know?
Yeah, for real, man. For real. They're a dope pair, man. They're
Yeah,
dope.
very happy with them.
Dean, what you saying, bro?
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, I got the Vice grade, the dunks there, and I also got the black and white dunks as well. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I think,
That's
to be honest with you, I think they're low key, like really, really, really good. Like I think a lot of people are gonna regret,
Yeah.
yeah, because they're proper clean. They'll go with anything. The laces are terrible. They got like them hairband laces on them,
Yeah.
straight out.
because
Straight out.
they give the women the lesser quality on stuff like that sometimes. But
Yeah, I hear. I hear.
not that it's funny, not that it's funny. But
Yeah.
the main thing I think with these is that whenever it's like a retro or of a vintage colorway that we ain't seen for a little bit, I'm always interested, and I think this pair is really nice. So yeah, glad to have it. Glad to have it.
That shoe, man, is like so wearable.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wear literally wear anything with it, like cargos, what joggers. Probably in
Anything,
summer, wear some high socks and shorts.
Yeah.
Proper
100%.
wearable.
It's they're easy
Um,
to put on as well. You can just like literally just slip your
Like
feet
a
in
high
quickly.
with an effort, it's just easy. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Like I was saying, I prefer the highs, but in terms of wearability, the lows are just so much easier to just put your foot in there, get it on, like put it on with an outfit. The highs you got to really like, it's effort. It's effort.
For sure.
yeah, it's a good go-to shoe, man. Like literally, like leave it by the door, chuck them on when you're going out quickly in it. Um, for me, I've had quite a good week actually, and broke the 2021 sneaker purchase virginity with some UNLV lows.
Mm.
Um, to pick some up on the trusty old eBay. Managed to bully some guy to
Sorry.
give to give it to me for a bit lower. I really wanted them. No, but no, no retailers wanted to sort me out, so I had to pay resale on them. Um, and then on Friday, I actually haven't told you guys yet. But on Friday, I managed to cop my very, very, very first pair of New Balance 991s, which is the cross patter
No
collaboration.
way. Smashed it.
Yeah, and the way they dropped it was absolutely amazing. I wish that all retailer sneaker drops dropped like this. So basically, what they did is, um, they took you to like a capture. Obviously, no one likes a capture, but after the capture, they asked you a question: where were these sneakers made? And you had to quickly, like, I don't know, rustle around it. And it wasn't like Great Britain, wasn't UK, wasn't like United Kingdom or like London. You actually had to go to the description, find out where it is, and it's basically somewhere in the Midlands of UK. It was a place called Flimby, and you had to type that in quickly, and then it will allow you to check out.
No.
Uh, it was like a capture, then it was a question, but it just made it fair so that no
Clever,
bots
man.
could take you out or steal your car or whatnot. So yeah, I mean, I was kind of essing my pants again because I got the confirmation email, but in the confirmation email it says this doesn't mean that you've actually won. This is if we've sent you a tracking number, that means you've won. So that was at like 12:30, and then come what I'm gonna say 6 p.m. got this tracking number through, and I was like, oh man, thank God the tracking number came through. However, I'm essing my pants again because it's from UPS,
Oh boy.
and basically, you know about Dover, where like nothing's coming through import export. So hopefully by this time next week, I should have them in my possession. If not, then that's a massive L. So that one's a bit of a 50-50.
They're fine
But
there, man. I hope you get them.
they
Yeah,
are so
they're,
fun.
It's like a
they're
peach
proper
color, right?
nice.
Sorry?
Like a peach kind of color. Is that one?
Yeah, peach with this sort of like, it's like a smoky green as well. And then like huge
And
grey on
check
that.
them out, bro.
They're beauty, man.
Sick.
They were what retail? I think they're about 170, 180 retail.
Okay.
I've gone on StockX to have a quick butchers of like how much it will be on a resale. I'm not gonna sell them, by the way. They're going for like 500 and above.
Jeez.
And I was,
Damn.
it's my first pair 991, so you know, it was a bit of a hype beast in
Hype
me. Like
beast.
I'm only buying because of the bloody.
Yeah, I'm hunting bare New Balance right now. So
Yeah, do you know what? I think I've bought more New Balance in the past 2-3 months than I have Nike, and
Yeah,
that's saying.
they've been coming out with such heat for like the last
No,
18 months, 2 years. They've been
yeah,
really pushing it. Last year was, I'd say they won. I
yeah,
think they won it.
yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
I think
I agree.
All the
yeah,
jams, all that fire.
everything they're doing right now just slaps straight away. It
You know the
hits.
material is going to be dope. You don't have to worry that what material they're going to use, like a Jordan 1. You know it's going to be some
That's
plush ish.
That's it. Yeah. And like you
For real.
pay the premium, but you get the premium, you know? And
100%.
sometimes with Nike, like you pay it and that premium's not nowhere near there. So
Oh, it's not
so
up to par.
inconsistent. So it's nice. I think but also just aside from that, I just think they're so smart right now with who they work with, the brands they
Yeah,
work
I
with, the
agree. I
people,
agree. Man.
the collaborators, everything they're doing is so like methodical and smart. And you compare it to like Puma, who
Yeah,
just try it with everything. You know, you throw enough shit
Well,
at the wall,
yeah,
eventually some's gonna stick, and that's what Puma's approach is. But like New Balance, they just carefully like curate. And I think
yeah.
again that Patta collab, another great shoe. Yeah,
yeah.
just they're killing it, man.
Fully agree, man. Fully agree. Let's move on to the next segment. On this segment, we are calling this one. What are we saying? This is going to be
outside of the swoosh and stripes.
I don't think I'm going to get bored of that yet. Here we're talking about what sneakers are we rating outside of the big two. What have you seen? What's coming out that you'd like to cop? Or what pair are you anticipating? And I'm going to throw this out to Ash. I'll throw this out to you first.
Well, as you know, I have loads of shoes outside of the swoosh and stripes as it is.
Too many.
There's loads that I've missed out on that I want. Loads of the Ronnie Fieg A6 from last year that I need to go back and cop.
Yes.
Saucony Wild, which is one of my favorite brands. There's not been anything lately that I'm into. There is, though, a Hannon times Diodora collaboration that I've seen posted recently. It's like a turquoise, blue, and red pair. N9000 looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm considering, but again, I'm trying to be proper selective with purchases this year.
I
So
hear
I'm
you.
more likely to go back and get something than get these, I think. But they're a pretty cool pair to have a peep at if you haven't seen them yet.
Dope. Dope. Dean, what are you saying, man?
You know, to be honest with you, like Ash, I'm trying to be a little bit more selective. I've bought two pairs already, but the two dunks I bought that, you know, I knew ahead of time that January was actually going to be a bit busier in terms of what I wanted compared to usual. Outside
Yeah.
of that, though, you know, the one pair I really want is the New Balance 327 Casablanca. Have you seen that pair? The
White and green and something.
Do you know what the orange and green one is like it's great, but it's impossible to get in the UK. Yeah, the Casablanca pair. So, um, but one pair I do like is the white with the like outline of green.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got like yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I think that pair because like right now the resale's like I'm hoping I can get it like 150 range. If I can do that, I'll be happy. I'll definitely cop that because I think that's a proper clean shoe.
Mo, you've
Um,
got a 327, haven't you? Or is it?
So I managed to pick up like a pair from Foot Locker. Shout out to the plug at Foot Locker. Um, I got like it's just a generic white with white and black with a black suede toe box. But then the outsole is like ice bottom,
Okay.
yeah, outsole. Really clean, really easy to wear. They're super light actually,
Is it?
and and for us like team short guy, like it'll give you another like 2 inches in height.
Speak for yourself.
So join us, join us.
They fit. Good.
that's it.
But
You
yeah,
just confirmed it for me. I'm putting that bid in now.
for real, that shoe is really really nice, man. Great shape. Like top down view
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
really really nice. Side view, from somebody else's perspective. Just really all round nice sneaker, man. For real.
Yeah, I just think it's such a unique shoe, and it can be rocked in a lot of different ways. The way it looks really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that. Depends when.
Yeah, yeah. For me, do you know what? I'm just gonna say the New Balance 991 Power. I mean, I had my eye
Yeah,
on it, and yeah, I didn't. I kind of like thought the worst, and just thought if I don't get it, I don't get it. Got my eye on it. I didn't even think like I'm gonna pay resale for them, but if I can get them for retail, then 100% I'm gonna keep them, wear them. They're definitely gonna be like in my New Balance roster. So a great shoe to have by the door, you know. I don't know, would you call it dad vibes? Like
I say that, but I don't know. They're pretty cool to me.
a little bit, but that pair is really nice. I'm looking
You
at the
got to
yeah,
think that
pictures
dad's not going
now.
to rock that colorway. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that
The course,
colorway with the
the raven
cream,
dad vibes, but that's a proper colorway. That
the
maybe
cream
this
and the teal. Whew,
yeah,
looks so good, man.
nuts. I'm gonna be excited to see them in hand. Hopefully they do arrive.
Yeah,
Um but yeah, hopefully let's see if they come up and turn up next week, man.
we'll see if Brexit allows it, man.
For real, for real. In our next segment, guys, we are calling this Sneaker Peeve of the Week. I'm not going to do that on every single segment, though.
yes, you
I want to. Yeah. In this part of the podcast, we have a slight rant about our biggest sneaker peeves. So basically, we get to go in on things that we've seen on Instagram, or on social media, or anything that's on the internet. And I'm gonna throw this out to Dean. I'll throw this out to you first.
Okay.
What's your biggest sneaker peeve of the week?
So you know what? It's easy to get annoyed at stuff on Instagram. I mean, like you're consuming so much
Yeah.
content rapidly, right? You're gonna get at some point fed up of this shit, right? But
Yeah.
the main thing for me that's really been pissing me off, yeah, and I gotta say it is that why where did this overuse of the term content creator come from?
Oh
Because
my god.
like
I hate.
no,
I hate.
like honest to God, right? Like everyone like if you like to take photos and you're feeling creative, that's great, right? And in some ways a lot of people are being creative, yeah, but a lot of the people who are really like pushing this I'm a content creator term are literally going in front of their mirror and taking a selfie and like sure that's cool and there's like a nice vibe to it, and I'm not hating on that because that
I
that
hate.
is that is a cool sort of like thing right now that everyone's doing. And some people like say Sally Sneakers, she actually does it really well because she rocks it with her outfit is always tailored. She's got like you know the matching accessories, she's got her shoes placed in a way where it works, right? And you can see there's been like a thought or like a process behind it, right?
Yeah, it's more tasteful. Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm talking about, and I'm not talking about people who shoot that sort of stuff. I don't want to get it mixed up. I just mean that people who will generally go and sit in front of their mirror with like maybe, extend their leg out with a few pairs behind them and take a picture and do that every day. Like that, like you are creating content, but are you like could you call yourself a content creator when people who are like out there, taking real pictures with real editing and real, like, real work going into something? I think it's just two different things, And
I
I
mean,
think,
do you think like content creating is only for people who are actually being paid to create content, not somebody who's just like they're, Tom, Dick,
I
and
don't
Harry,
even, I don't, I
and
don't even, I don't even think it's like, I don't even think it goes down to the monetary thing about it. But what I mean is like, I see some people and they're like taking, really cool, like on foot photos or, fit pics or whatever it is they're taking, and there's an element of, there's always an element of appreciation on my end for anyone that, takes the time to take a picture and put it up and things like that. But,
yeah,
some people are just exacerbating, what they do. Like, babe, like you take, you know, 10 selfies a week, right? In a different outfit, okay? And you do it
yeah,
in the same location, okay? Like, you are
yeah,
creating content, but when you're using the term us content creators and all this stuff, like, why are you saying it in that way? Because you're not out there like having to, you know, roam the streets to capture street photography or to capture other things like other content creators actually have to do for their profession, like you're saying, Mo.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, it's that, yeah, it's that sort of thing. I don't want to get into it
Do you feel
too
like
tough.
do you feel like it's just somebody just taking a picture on their iPhone basically, and then in the bio putting
Look,
I'm a content creator?
look, I enjoyed taking photos. I love taking pictures. Like a few months back, I was doing proper on foot stuff, and like I was enjoying that sort of thing back then. But I use an iPhone, so I don't, or a Huawei. Shout out Huawei. I don't hold it against anyone that uses that stuff. I think honestly, the tools, are secondary to the person behind it. So
Yeah, yeah,
for me, if you're capturing a great photo or a great detail, or you're capturing an essence or a vibe or an atmosphere, I think that's always dope, right? And I think that's really cool. But I see some people, they just churn out rubbish content day after day after day, and they don't care because their followers are going up or their engagement is good, right? But there's no
yeah.
quality control. So for those people to be talking about, I'm a content creator, da, 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 if you're a content creator, surely you care more about the content you're putting out. Like, I just, that's it for me. That's it for
I think ultimately there's levels to the whole thing.
me. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you go to a wedding and you're taking pictures on your phone, you're not a wedding photographer. You're just taking pictures on your phone. It's different.
Facts,
To,
facts.
you know what I'm saying? But it's,
See, like from like just my question to you, like obviously coming from like a marketing background, like is this because you see so much like high quality content creation like every day, and then you get you get the normal like Tom, Dick, and Harry who's just taking a, a picture outside, a white wall. Do you know what I mean? Is that because like does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah. 100%. And like, I see it a lot, like where some people, they're like, they don't even like they don't even edit the photo to a way where, I'm not saying you need to over edit or edit your stuff, but when you just want to tidy something up, or like
It's,
bring
yeah,
out the
it's
colors of the shoe because your camera's faded it or something, right?
I hear you.
And I
I
just
hear
see
you.
people doing stuff like that, and it makes me feel like that person doesn't care about what they're putting out, really. Like, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
I think it just comes back to the whole quality, not quantity, isn't it?
Mhm.
If that makes sense. Like, so quality in your pics, not quantity in followers. Do you know what I mean?
yep.
It just comes back to that, I suppose. That's a great one. Great one, Dean. Ash, what are you saying? Secret peep of the week.
Mate, we're gonna go on forever on this, son. But mine is, it's been going on since last year, and it's the whole aging of sneakers. Ah, it hurts my head.
Let me play this.
Exactly. I just don't get it. I remember there was a time when like I'd pull a shoe out of the box, and if it was like getting a bit orangey in the midsole, I'd be pissed off. Now it's like I should be proud of that, and that's like the best thing. And people are rubbing tea bags on their laces to make them go aged and stuff on a brand new pair, and I just don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
shoes like that are shoes that you'd find in some basement like 20 years later, and they're not
Yeah.
wearable. For some
100.
reason, people want to wear these out. That's the difference between getting a sneaker that's beat up and beating up yourself is vastly different. And these people are just weirdos. Then Daniel Arsham had it done to the Dior ones, just like,
Oh, man. That's what I was
why?
That was peak. That was
People
peak.
love,
Like
people love it. Like, people are buying age laces, and where can I get this done? I just
that actually annoyed me, man. That annoyed the fuck out of me. You know what it was? It's just because they look so bad. I don't even think the
Yeah,
deals are that
look good.
nice, yeah. But they just look so bad. And you know what?
Yeah, go on.
Ash, yeah, I agree. I agree with you. Yeah, to a level. There are certain aging like some pairs I've seen age that look good. You
Some
know,
fire for sure, for sure.
like when the
Yeah,
unions dropped, yeah. Why I love the union so much was that midsole and that lace and that age look and that it made me feel like it had been taken out of the 80s, right?
Yeah.
So I like that, and that was in 2018. But
It's for the
what
color and everything as well. Like,
yeah.
how it was done.
What's happened since I get you is that it's gone so over the top. I see everything getting like done with it. I saw the vapor waffle. It looked
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
It looked so stupid. I don't
I
even
saw
know. I don't know who did it, but like all I
that.
know is that like I swear to God, I couldn't believe how bad it looked. It was like some dark orange color for the
Yeah.
midsole or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I think some people they do it in like a little tasteful way. You know, I've seen some people make aged 85 sort of shoe look cool, but it's gotten so like played out to the point where every customizer is either doing that or AF1s or you know I just think it's a little bit. You know, one thing is boring. It's just everyone's wearing the cream lace. Everyone's wearing the sale lace on everything, and it's just
In every single pair, even when it doesn't
that's it, right? It's in every single pair,
even
man, and
work,
it's a bit boring.
you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I,
Like it
I
looks
totally.
dope. Sometimes I think, yo, it looks dope. So that's fair,
For sure.
but like I see some guys that every single pair, and it's like, surely you like the black lace in that as well.
It feels like they
Do
just
you know?
a bundle of 100 and they have to use it or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Do you know what? There's like it's tasteful, like when it's kind of like it's so subtle
Yeah.
that you have to look at it in order to see the difference between the midsole and the upper. But when somebody's overdone it and it's basically coffee,
Mm.
like
yeah.
between like the sewing of the laces and stuff like it's overdone. Stop it.
There-
You're forced.
so, so,
Just stop doing that.
some
Stop
of
doing
these
it.
guys, and I'm gonna say it, yeah, a lot of these customizers are proper talented, yeah. Like they're doing like a couple of them made me feel sick because they had like these yellow marks on them that actually look so nasty and old. So like
Like
I give them credit, like the detail, like the attention to detail I've seen on them is so good. But like it's just I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit played out and then like sooner or later, like a year and a half when this trend is out, everyone's gonna have all these like weird beat up customized pairs that they're not so sure about anymore.
Exactly.
it's inevitable, man. It's inevitable that a sneaker is just gonna come out and just be
You
aged
know what?
already.
Like the natural aging process is nice as well. Like, you
Yeah.
know, if you actually like have a pair for a long time, even you don't even need to wear it. Sometimes it ages worse in the box, to be honest with you. But
Real.
you
Ash,
get
like what you said, like you find them in your basement or in
yeah.
your cellar. That's the best way. Like
Even my Fire Red Freeze, I can't remember what year that came out. I don't know if Mo can remember, but the back
when,
of that is going like beige already.
Yeah,
yeah, oh yeah.
yeah.
And do you
Oh,
remember like
it's
back
like
in the
that.
day?
Now it's like people are going to think I did that on purpose.
Do you know what I mean? Like people back in the day used to be like, put up a YouTube video of how to make it
White,
white.
yeah.
Opposite.
Nowadays that's the thing. How
But
like how
do you know what? I swear to God, if people actually wear them enough, like I've seen people's, the metallic red ones, the recent ones, the white, the coke white.
yeah
I've seen
yeah.
the netting on people's pairs on that start to go yellow already, man. So, if you wear it, like,
It's even happened
It
with
was,
Fragment Freeze already, and that didn't come out that long ago. So it's
yeah, exactly.
going to
It's
happen.
gonna happen.
these are like very valid, man. I see him all the time as well. It just kind of ticks me off as well. For me, what am I? For me, I'm gonna actually say, and it's been happening, same as Ash, kind of very relative to your one, Ash. But the the changing of laces on the Jordan the Jordan 1 it has no right to be there. Like
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say, like, let's take Travis Scott 1. Why the hell are you putting neon laces on there? Neon green laces, neon pink laces.
It came
Like
with 4 pairs. No, 5 pairs? How many laces on that? Why are you adding another one to it?
neon though. Why neon? There's like it's got no
Special.
right to be there. No right to a neon pink highlighter flipping laces to be on that shoe. And they're even using the lace loop on the tongue, which like makes it protrude. It makes it protrude like that little bit more, and that just throws the entire shape off. Like, stop doing that. Like, it's not cool.
Do you
Like,
know what? Do you know what? Like, I'm so desensitized to bad lace swaps now because you see it from the go. Yeah, like
yeah,
don't get me wrong. Yeah, like people are free to do whatever they want, but you know
100%.
sometimes,
I agree.
sometimes though, like you need to let the shoe be the shoe, and
100.
the shoe can't be the shoe when you're putting on some, rainbow soaked 6 9 laces on there. Like um, if a shoe's like colorway is like neutral or earthy, right? Like surely, like if you want to, all right, fair enough, you want to give it some color pop, right? But surely you go for a color that's still on the sort of palette, right?
Keep the
Yeah.
scheme. Yeah,
Sometimes you go on, you'll see like a pair of, I don't know, like a pair of pine green, right? The ugly 2.0 one, yeah? And someone will throw like pink laces on that or something stupid like that. And it's just like, it's like you're trying
so
too hard. Like the
I'm
shoe
gonna
will look cool with the black laces on it, or like, if you want to throw green, or you want to do that Gucci, fake Gucci look with the red.
bro.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't know. I don't know.
it goes back to less is more, right?
Yes, yes,
It
yes.
goes, it goes right back to the. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit further, and I'm gonna say off-white laces on a regular Jordan.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Shout out to Slickies, isn't it?
I mean,
Oh boy. Slicky's got a lot to answer for, man.
Fortune of these people.
Why I gotta see off-white laces in the Jordan 1 mid?
I
No
know.
one needs to
No,
see
um,
that. No one
the
needs
one I
to
saw
see
this
that.
week was off-white laces, so shoelaces like
Ah,
towards the on mockers. That's
but
oh,
just
this whole
you
thing
know,
is because of Virgil. Like when he
yeah.
gave out all those laces and people were rocking green and orange and all that,
yeah, man.
created a monster.
Yeah,
And taking
yeah,
it
yeah.
too far.
Imagine, right, winning the off-white Chicago 1 and thinking, I'm gonna throw these lime green.
Why?
It's not even like relative to the shoe.
Oh
Just
man.
yeah.
You know.
Uh, I'm enjoying this part, lads. Let's move on though.
Yeah.
We don't want to spend the whole thing ranting, but love that part. Guys, we're just gonna move on. This segment of the podcast we like to call "Take My Dough or Leave It, Bro."
I'm gonna pass out.
I'm gonna have to think of some next things to do this. So take my dough or leave it, bro. This is a quick fire round. One of us names 5 sneakers. The HSU team will say whether it's take my dough or leave it, bro. Simple game. This week, I myself, Merkle Merman, will start it off. Ready? Let's go. Okay, I won't do that again. The first shoe is the Street Hawker SB Dunks,
Take my dough.
inspired by the China food stalls.
Take my dough. They're wild, but I like them.
Dough. Okay. Dean, what are you saying?
Nah, you can throw those in the bin, man.
I knew you were going to say that
Fuck.
Oh, man.
with the rest of the Chinese food.
They are so ugly. I'm
I
looking
think
at
I
them
like
right
it.
now.
Do you know what? Yeah, this shoe, you have to let the shoe do the talking. So your entire fit has to be
Yeah.
plain AF. It has to be plain
Yeah.
AF. Shoes do the talking. And yeah, man, I think it's a cool shoe. I'm very neutral about it. I think because I have the community gardens, I think that's like wild enough for me.
Yeah.
Like this,
Yeah, at least
I'm gonna,
it's two. Both
yeah,
pairs are the same, you know.
Yeah, these are
Duncan,
different, aren't
One
yeah.
each is different.
I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I'm very on the fence about it.
you guys have seen my wild SBs that I have, the one that's where it's completely different on both shoes. So
Yeah.
crazy-ish here and there. So I kind of like that stuff.
See, that's the thing, Ash. I think you can pull them off like really well. I'm not. I don't know if I could. Like, let's move on to the next shoe. It is the Yeezy 700 Sun. That kind of mustard yellow. 700. Ash, what's your thoughts on that? Is it
Leave it for me, mate. Leave it. I'm done with the 700. I can't see them bringing out anything else that's going to take my money. Good thing the price has gone down, but nah, I'm full.
Oh yeah, what did it go down to? Like
210 supposedly. From
yeah, from what
220,
250?
wasn't it?
220.
Yeah, I think it was 220.
Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, not too bad. Dean, what are you saying for them?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm so over the 700 like everyone else. I've been over it a long time, but do you know what? As far as the colorway goes, I think it's something. It's cooler. It's like it's at least different, you know. It's
Yeah,
they've
yeah,
brought
yeah,
out something a little bit different. Like
Well, it's a slightly different shade, like in
yeah,
normal.
like this is quite wild. There's some aspects I see it looks quite cool. It's nothing I'd ever wear, but I think it's a cool shoe. I wouldn't buy it, but yeah, it's a leave it for me as well.
So yeah, for me, I'm a leave it, bro, on that one. I think I've got enough 700s. And for me personally, I just find this really hard to pair with some fits. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really loud in that sense. The next shoe is the Reebok Cross Awake New York. It's a Club C sneaker. So it's sale and it's just got the blue text.
Yeah.
That's where it normally says Reebok, on the heel it says Awake New York. I mean, real subtle sneaker. I don't know. What's your take on it, lads? Leave it, bro, or take my
I think it's take my money on this one. I think it's fire, man. I don't think a lot of people like it. But the white colorway with the blue text across it, I think that's proper clean. I like that shoe.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, man.
What do you
I
think,
agree.
Ash?
Honestly, it's in between because it's take my joy in the fact that I think it's, as Dean said, it's clean, super wearable, nice looking shoe. I just don't think that I would actually buy it. That's the thing. I don't think I'd actually put my money towards it, but it looks nice. Cell colorway always bangs, and the blue text at the back is just a nice little touch to it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, this is a take my dough, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've got the regular Club C's that are sale with the green Reebok text. So yeah, this works for me, man. I mean, yeah, I'd definitely cop them if I got the chance. So
Nicer than the previous pair. That was like a big awake on the side. It was a bit over the
yeah.
top, where this is like a subtle. You wouldn't even know it's a collab until you saw the back.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, this one is a bit of a spanner in the works, boys. This one is the Nike Cross Sakai Cross Jean Paul Gaultier. Kind of like a cross between the Vapor Waffle and like a Footscape woven, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What is your take on this? I don't know if you've seen the pictures.
I seen the picture, and do you know what it looks like? What's that? You know the film Nightmare Before Christmas?
Oh yeah, with the stitched eyes.
Jack Skellington or whatever his
Yeah,
name is.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah.
This pair looks like his face.
Oh my god.
So is that a take my dough?
Yeah.
That's bro. If you saw me ever in these, you have permission to slap me. These are fucking terrible.
It's recorded, so just so you know.
Okay. If Dean comes back and does a 180, yeah.
Boy, I'm looking at them right now. Nah.
It's not it. It's
Nah.
only like a
It's
top
so
down.
far away from being it. It is a blip on the radar. You know, that is
Yeah.
bad.
I hear you. Ash, what are you saying?
Definitely a no for me. I've got the standard black and white Vapor Waffle, and they're fire. These ones, if the pictures that I'm seeing are correct, they look like more of a mid than like how the other ones are. Like the top of it goes a little bit higher, but it just doesn't work. It's too high fashion for me. That's out of my realms. I ain't up for it at all.
Yeah. From first images for me, it's gonna be a leave it, bro. However, I need to see more. I'm like this. I need to see more. I do think going forward, there's gonna be a lot more collaborations on collaborations on collaborations
Right.
until the whole Nike, Adidas, Puma, Reebok, and New Balance are gonna all do one collaboration. I think this is going to be the future, man. I think there's going to be these triple collabs, and I don't know. We're going to see something like this, like in the future. I don't know. It's really weird to me, but it could be one of those things that catches on. So we'll stand by for that one. And the last one from me is the Adidas Forum 84, the US exhibition game pre-Jordan. Obviously, before Jordan signed to Nike, he was really a big fan of Adidas. This was the shoe that they were proposing for him to wear. It's kind of what's like a high top, sail upper, blue outsole, like with a strap. It's got sort of aged as well. Boys, take my dough or leave it, bro.
I'll
Don't
go
know if you.
first. It's the same again for me. I actually think they look pretty cool. It looks like if Adidas was to do a Jordan 1, that's pretty much the exact shoe. Let's be honest, it's very, very similar.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, I wouldn't buy it. I ain't gonna buy that shoe. But it does look pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. But I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah. D.
Yes, pretty much same as Ash, man. I think it looks cool. I prefer the Reebok Awake pair, personally. But I think yeah, these are cool. They're nice. I've seen a lot of the influencers have got them already, haven't they? So
Yeah.
yeah, they look good. They look good. I wouldn't buy it though. I wouldn't buy it. I've got
That
enough
could be in
pairs.
the next week's sneaker peep of the week, like influencer,
It's
influencer sneaker.
gonna keep going.
That was brilliant, guys. Um,
Yeah,
cool. Well, that takes us to the end of the podcast. I think it's been really successful one, guys, but I think we're about ready to close out the first ever half size up episode. Do we have any shout outs, any honorable mentions? Ash, I'm going to put that out to you.
I just want to shout out to you, Mo, for helping bring this all thing together. You've been super helpful. Shout out to Dean as well. Glad that we finally did this. It's well overdue. So I'm sure we would have done it last year if COVID didn't happen. So good to get this one out finally, lads.
Big love, big love. D, any shout outs, any honorable mentions?
nah, just gonna echo Ash. Yeah, like big shout out to you, Mo, for all the groundwork to put this
Great.
together, man. Because let's face it, it wasn't happening between Ash and I. So you've gone and got this shit together now. So that's good. I appreciate that. To be honest, with you, I don't really want to shout anyone else out. Everyone I can see on Instagram been eating and doing very well on the sneaker cops while I've been taking L's. So yeah, no shouts out, no shout outs this week, man. For no one.
Hold the shout outs. Hold the shout
Nah,
outs.
no shout out to the guy that gave me the vast grades for a good price. Yeah, I'll shout that guy out. Yeah,
Come on.
come on.
Yeah, man. For me, just shout out to my missus because she actually done a lot of helping and testing with me throughout this podcast. So shout out to you. You know who you are. But yeah, guys, don't forget we are a weekly podcast. So don't forget to sub on YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. We will be on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, and YouTube shortly. Just want to say thanks from the entire Half Size Up team. I've been Merkel Moman with my co-host Ash Bash, Dean Still. We are out. Peace.
Good night.
There you go.